sorry, Olem. I'll find another way to save you. Save? Save who? Browse for in my half-asleep days. Why do I feel so... Don't scratch a Mrs. Dornish's trash bin jerks me the rest of the way from my sleep. I sit straight up in my bed with a half-swallowed gasp. I'm wondering if at any point I'll remember any of this. I'm assuming that will probably be saved for Arc 5, though, but we'll soon see. I bring my hand to my face, my mouth, my throat. Why am I in such a cold sweat? Heart feels like it's going 90 miles an hour in my chest. Don't even wait for Mrs. Donwish to drop a bottle, instead rolling out of bed and stumbling towards the bathroom. Go immediately to the mirror, looking at myself, studying myself. Bring my hand back to my throat, almost as though expecting to see some sort of... I don't even know, to be honest, but it's nothing. Just my pasty-ass neck with a little mole just above my collarbone. The rest of my face looks normal too. Well, besides the 2-ton boulders beneath my eyes, for some reason I look like I haven't slept in weeks. Bringing a palm to my forehead, wiping at the clammy beads of sweat, then simply stand there, leaning against the sink, until the nagging sense of disconnection finally begins to recede. Finally, dragging myself out of the bathroom, thinking at the sun drawing patterns across my apartment floor. Why does it feel like I haven't been here in a long time? Weeks, months even. Coming back home after a long vacation. A sigh. Chill on the inside of my cheek. Wandered towards the kitchen and sat there at coffee pot. Making some caffeine would dissipate the aura of unease clouding my heart. Once the pot is brewing, pull out my box of chocolate rice snappers and fill up a bowl. I raise my spoon to begin my feast. Appetite suddenly recedes. Stare down the quickly moistening nubs of puffed rice. Sight makes me nauseous. Thought of eating anything is somehow repulsive. Gurgled my stomach, poured the bowl out into the sink, which is suddenly swirled down the drain. I carved this one myself, you know. Words poke and claw at the back of my brain like a spider uncurling itself from a hole. Wanted to make sure it was done perfectly. My breath hitches. I shake my head. Bite down on my tongue. Rolling away the feeling of dread crawling up my midsection. Finally a snap on the faucet to rinse everything away. Out of sight and out of mind. I rub my face and pour myself a cup of coffee, and head for my desk. Stand there a moment, just looking at it. Looking at my keyboard. Looking at my monitor. How to work. How deadlines, projects do. But I just don't care. Walk over to my couch. Instead, I slump down on the cushions. I'll work eventually. Maybe I'll just take a little time first to clear my head. Take a sip of my coffee. Then another. Stare at the black screen of my television. Shows of games and DVDs. My ceramic pumpkin candle holders that I never put away after last fall. Take a third step. What am I waiting for? I don't know. I'm definitely waiting for something. I addressed to Olem for some reason. Hope he's okay. I catch myself. Why wouldn't he be okay? Just saw him yesterday, didn't I? He was fine. Completely fine. Just fine. I give myself a shake, snap myself out of it, go back to my staring. Don't know why, but I just can't seem to make myself care about anything. At that moment, my phone goes off. Fuck. Shit. Some noise gives me a heart attack. In my joy surprise, I send about half my coffee up onto my shirt. Gotta fucking... I should answer it anyway. Trying to rub it out of the fabric as I... Oh, didn't mean it. Rub the phobia has to balance the phobia between my shoulder and ear. Hey Hannah, what's up? Without even confirming the name of the call ID. The sound that comes through the receiver doesn't match my jovial tone. Sobs, Harry sniffles, a cough. Hannah, he's crying. Iggy. Oh shit. Right. This is right hand to my forehead, massaging deepening creases. It's Bucks, isn't it? And so I start to twist. Triggers another call from Hannah. How did you... He must decide it doesn't matter, because he continues all the same. I don't know what to do, Iggy. She's gone. Gone. Harry's voice cracked through the receiver. She took Sadie. There's no sign of them anywhere. I called and I called and I called. I see my head, trying to collect my thoughts. Having trouble figuring out what to say. Did she say anything? Last night? And his voice shakes. Nothing. We had a bit of an argument, but by the time we went to sleep, things were mostly fine again. And I didn't wake up once. Sadie, she never cried. Pauses and I can hear her swallow. I have a really, really bad feeling, Iggy. Something's not right. Something has happened. Run a hand through my hair. Feel that way because you're nervous or scared, but I'm sure things are fine. Even I'm not convinced by my words. I feel sick. Maybe something came up. Maybe her parents called or something. There was some kind of emergency. Hear Hannah sniff through the phone. It's been hours now. I don't know what to do. Run my face and my eyes, trying to stay focused on Hannah. What do I say? What can I say? Sorry, Hannah. I really don't know what else to do. I'll keep calling her, though. We all keep trying. I'm sure one of us will finally get through. I'm sure... Cringe but continue. Everything's fine. Line is quiet for a moment. I start as a whisper. Okay. It sounds so despondent. Don't blame him. Keep me updated, okay? Sure. Line goes dead. Bring my hand down with a sigh, staring down at the brightly lit display on my phone. I could have handled that better, but somehow can't help but feel that it wouldn't have mattered. Quiet returns, so does my feeling of disconnection. I always have my insides like a rat trying to escape. All of a sudden, I just really need to hear someone's voice. Not only that, I can try again. Try again? Try what again? Start scrolling through my contacts. Yeah, maybe I could call someone. But who? Not like I got a lot of choices. Some pauses over wholesom's name. Place for us, where we get to make the rules. Hand is quivering, to the point that I had to bring my other hand out to steady my phone. No. And to find a different way. Someone else. Someone I haven't tried yet. Yep. So, this is gonna be Gidget's arc then. Okay, let's call Gidget. Scroll down to Gidget's name on the list. Can't seem to bring myself to tap it. All I can see in my mind is the back of her head. Blonde hair swishing as she storms away from me. Never seem to say the right thing with her, which is a shame really. We used to be such good friends. Chewing the inside of my lip as the white font of her name on the screen burns its way into my retinas. Why is she still upset? What if she doesn't want to talk to me? I would just end up making things worse. And yet, something tells me things have already gotten worse. Much worse. Multiple times. Back of my neck tingles, as though someone is running their fingers up my skin. And already clammy beads of sweat are forming along my hairline. I shake my head. No, not again. I gotta call her. I gotta try something. Anything. I'm running out of options at this point. Take a deep breath and press my thumb and pat against the screen. Phone lights up and bring it to my ear. 1 ring, 2, 3. Throw my browsers await. I'm just about to give up when the line abruptly connects. Iggy? His voice crackles through the receiver. Sounds confused. Makes 2 of us, I suppose. Hey, what do I say? I don't know. What am I even doing? I swallow. How are you? I grimace. I sound like an idiot. The pause. In my mind, I can see her do that little twitch with her eyebrow that she always does when she is searching for a response. I'm fine. I guess I'm just surprised to hear from you. You never call me. Scratches a spot on my forehead. She has a point. Never call, well, anyone. After last night, I felt a little bad. You left in such a hurry. Wanted to make sure things were, alright. You hear other voices on the receiver, cloud in the background. I'm fine, then. Not your fault. I was trails leaving a long silence in its wake. Finally, anyway, don't worry about it. Doing better today. Got some sleep? Just trying to distract myself. I laugh. I see. Another clatter. Twist my brows. Well, how are you, anyway? Oh, I'm at a little cafe downtown. One we always went to in high school, remember? Across the pet saloon? I spent the night at my parents' since I needed to pick up some stuff from the house anyway. I'm heading back to Dukon this afternoon. Oh, you're still in town? Yeah, why? Why indeed? Why would I care? Never cared before. Now it feels like every nerve in my body is tingling. Like I need to... Want me to join you? I blurt out before even realizing what I'm saying. Line goes quiet. What's her expression now, I wonder? Confusion? Annoyance? When she finally responds, her voice is soft and gentle, letting out the tiniest of shudders. I'd like that very much. Oh, I know you definitely want it. Yep, beginning of Arc 4. Doesn't take me long to walk to the cafe. Downtown area is only 15 minutes from Brookside, though my hesitant pace turns it into about 20. By the time I make it there, feet are stumbling nervously over each other. Hands are shoved into the bottom of my pockets, so deep I might as well be digging for gold. Or lint. It's about half full, a couple of people in line, a couple of people seated at tables. I feel like strange nostalgia washes over me as I stand in the doorway. At the sight of Gidget's hair glinting beneath the hanging bulb snaps me out of it before I can fully succumb to my memories. Meander over to where she's seated at one of the small tables towards the back. She has her laptop out and is typing away. So intent she doesn't even notice me at first. Oh, we can do something silly to surprise her or say something witty? Let's do something silly, I guess. Sheer focus brings a smile to my face. I can't help but want to surprise her. Glance around. Gaze holds on a nearby counter and a pile of trays on top. Grab one and start over to her. Even once I'm standing right next to her, she still doesn't notice me. Smells the tray on my hand like some kind of fancy waiter. Get a little cough, and then, in my best posh accent, might I interest you in one of our fine confectionaries on this glorious morn, madame? Gidget doesn't even look up. She gives me away with a little wave. No, thank you. Are you sure? We have quite a selection. This one here was served to the Queen of England herself. This one turns your poop green. Would you serious just leave me alone? Finally turns, blinks, jumps back. Fuck, hickey, she laughs, bringing her hand to my forehead. What is actually wrong with you? Well, like, what's right? I'm working on that project all week. I laugh. Toss a tray atop the nearest empty table. And pretty quickly, though. It'd at least be another 20 minutes. Pull the chair opposite hers and plant myself down on the vinyl. Yeah, it's nice to actually sit here and not feel like I'm about to get murdered or essayed by you for once. Chair squeaks loudly. Well, you know me, I say, trying to mask my embarrassment. Cat-like reflexes and all that. She laughs. Count the last legs of its life, maybe. I blink, glance around, taking the patrons. Taking Gidget, looking at me from across the table. Near empty coffee mug next to her laptop. Neck feels sweaty. You, been here long? A little over an hour, I think. What's the peace and quiet to get finished up, or this finished up, without my parents lurking over my shoulder. I couldn't take off yet, since my dad wants me to help him grab some things out of the attic late this afternoon. Oh, what are you working on? Glances down, then away, smiles sheepishly. Just a little something. It's nothing, though. Let me see. Tap the edge of this laptop cream. Cheeks go pink. It's just a stupid website. That might help me look more professional to agents. I see her fingers curl, but ultimately she slices the screen across so I can see it. Start clicking through. It's well done. Really well done. Layout is sharp and clean. Some nice scrolling parallax effects on the background. And a carousel of images. When I click through the links on her project page, each one pops up a little card with more info and pictures. Even got the makings of a login option for repeat bookings. This is nice, I muse. I just clicking away to navigate the various links. What'd you use? React? Yeah, I switched over from Angular and I haven't looked back. I laugh. Thanks though. It's not done yet. It's one password I don't really like. Watches me for a moment, and her brows arc. Oh, since you're here, would you mind looking at something? Scoots her chair over with a couple of ear-wrenching squeaks so she can see the screen. Want to see... set up a little chat window in the corner, right? And that was an FAQ? And also if they just want to leave just a quick inquiry, you know? So I was trying to get a database set up on the Firebase, but for the life of me, I haven't been able to get the API to connect. Grabs my hand that's still holding the mouth and clicks back into VS Code. Touch startles me for a moment, and my gaze jumps down to the fingers over mine. It's the way they sit softly atop the back of my hand. It's the way her middle finger arches as she scrolls the wheel. Cheeks grow warm. Turn my eyes back to the screen all the same. Gidget now pointing at a section in the code. Realize she's been talking, but I haven't been listening. Wait, where? Say with a blink. Here, see? Got the API key here in the config variable. For some reason it's giving me an error when I actually run it. And try saving it to the state here. Taps the screen. Ah. The gaze flicks between the lines of code. I haven't used Firebase in a while. Need to get my bearings here for a sec. Of course, right. She pulls her hands away, sticking them in her lap, then sucks on her top lip in between her teeth. Eyes wide and blinking like some kind of spooked owl. Same look she used to give me all the time back when we spent hours after school in the computer lab, trying to figure out some piece of code or another. Usually when she'd broken something. And often times on purpose. Sight of it stops me for a second. I just look at her. What? I start to laugh, but smile the same. My brow arcing in amusing interest. Nothing. What? Just you. What's that supposed to mean? Whistle earnestly and begin clacking away noisily at the keys. Iggy Maxwell. That is my name. Scroll up a few lines, looking for a telltale sign of Gidget's handiwork. Find it in a string of garbled numbers, and Les making out the API key. 199Y. Completely innocuous. To everyone but me. Grim whines, but I hide it under my hand with a cough. Yes, I see what's going on here. Code is infected. Very infected. Gidget bites down on her bottom lip in an attempt to contain her own laughter. I know, Doctor. Whatever could be wrong. Brings her hand to her cheeks in forks terror. The nasty little bug has wound its way into the mainframe. We need to eliminate it post-haste. Ready your weapons, men. Select the 199Y on the screen. Aye, sir. Gidget points her index finger skywards and twists her fist against it as though cocking a gun. I do the same. Then we cross our hands above the keyboard, form an X with our fingers. And fire. Slap my finger down the delete key as Gidget hits the backspace. 199Y disappears. Pause for a moment. Let the full weight of glorious victory settle around us. And we're clear. The Iggy bug has been deleted. Gidget can't hold it anymore. Goes forward in a fit of laughter. Tears glinting in the corners of her eyes. Oh my god, Iggy. How many years has it been since we did that? Too many, apparently. The little fuckers are still infecting your code. They are sneaky. And that was honestly a kind of nice, wholesome moment. Man, we definitely need more of these moments. After all the shit we've had to deal with in Wonderland, time and time again. Leaning back in my chair, tapping my fingers against my chin. Though, strangely enough, I only ever seem to infect your code. This Alexa wink. Well, the icky bug only affects good code. Rude. I set up so fast I nearly topple over. Gidget just laughs. Slow down, Mr. Cat-like Reflexes. Else we'll need to call a real doctor. Push herself to her feet with a slap of her thighs. I think I'm gonna get myself a refill. You want anything? I feel rude I didn't ask when you sat down. Huh? Oh, sure. Just coffee's fine. Got it. Grabs her nearby mug and heads for the counter. Watching her fall in place in line behind a somewhat thick-set man in a black helmet. Gaze stays on her for probably a moment too long. For a second, I see a much younger Gidget, standing in her place, hair cut above her chin, jean baggy around her lips, and head buried in her usual grey hoodie. She smiles at me as she waits for her coffee. But is it the young Gidget or the adult Gidget? Even I can't tell. I scratch my nose. And I turn back to the table with a sigh, flopping forward with my chin on my hand. Coffee is gonna do me some good. Yeah, we're definitely gonna fucking need it, cause it's probably gonna be the last coffee we'll get in a while. We stay at the cafe another hour or so, talking and catching up, mostly reminiscing, talking about the others. Which has me wondering if Gidget is actively avoiding trying to discuss current events, her own endeavours. Perhaps for the better, I suppose. Distractions can do wonders for the mind. She offers me a ride on the way back, with a caveat that needs to stop by her folks first to help her dad and pick up some stuff. Don't mind. Been a while since I visited the old Bordell home. Stepping inside is equally as nostalgic as the cafe has been. Little snippets of memories floating around like bubbles in the air, waiting for my head to ram into them and pop open inside my consciousness. Gleaming hardwood floor running from the front door to the kitchen. Spacious living room with large leather sofa, however I spent many a movie night on. School portraits of Gidget and Gertie in chronological order sending the hallway wallpaper. Gidget's mom is sitting in the recliner, watching TV when we walk in. Gidget walks straight past her and into the kitchen, calling for her dad. Leave me alone with her. Stand there awkwardly. Move down the front of my shirt. Scratching my calf with the side of my foot. Hey, Mrs. Bordell, say finally, one hand up in a half wave. Gidget turns to me lazily. Now don't miss the way she sizes me up. Gaze traveling from my face to my shoes, back to my face. Damn, you turned ugly. Man, you're a bitch. I blanch. Bring my hands together. Scratch at my knuckles. Don't know what to say, so I don't say anything. I mean, you always were a sickly little thing, but I kinda assumed you'd grow out of it. Shrugs and turns back to his TV. Man, you really are very blunt. Here Gidget and Dad talking in the kitchen. When I glance over, see them head towards the garage. No doubt to go into the attic. Let's go a step stool under his arm. Scratch at my arm. What are you doing now anyway? Doesn't even look over at me when she asks it. Web development. Computer stuff. You know, freelance. It pays the bills. Gidget's mum makes it sound like a half acknowledgement, half judgment. Still, must not be very successful. Really sweating now. Bite down on my tongue and let my gaze drop to the floor. Not that it matters. I don't expect much for my daughter, so I'll shrug, gaze flicking upward in apathy. When she doesn't continue, I turn towards the TV. It's playing a soap opera of sorts, or some sort. Everyone talking 50 times more emotionally than actual human would, being would. Not really that I would choose for, not really what I would choose for entertainment. That's better than staring at the wall while I wait. I simply stand there, arms curled across my chest, and watch it with her. Silence palpable between us. 1 minute stretches into 2, to 5. Gives her mum grunts. Gives her hand towards the TV. Idiot. Don't really know who she's referring to, or the 2 people on the screen. But not about to ask. Clicks her tongue. She's cheating on him, you know, like a little whore. Is she talking to me or the TV? Feeling more and more like I want to sink inside my shoes. Finally out the door, it feels like a lifetime. Hear the garage door pop open. Footsteps in the kitchen. Just laughing at something as she's carrying a somewhat bed-wriggled box of computer parts. Should have figured she'd say something like that. Gidget says in response to something I missed, then places the box down in the kitchen. Is here fine? That's good. Thanks, Squirt. Her dad's lugging the step stool towards the other room. Gidget dusts off her hands and wanders back over to the living room. That should be it, Iggy. Sorry for making you wait. And when she sees the TV, oh god, not this. Can't believe you're still watching this. I need something to fill the gap my children refuse to fill. Or do you want us to fill your life with overdramatic bullshit? Gidget laughs, leaning an arm on the back of the recliner. Better than nothing. Pause. What do you bring him over for anyway? Who, Iggy? I was just giving him a ride home. Gidget's mum chews on the bottom of her lip with a hum. Yeah, I was hoping you'd have some good news for once. Hey Mum, I finally got engaged. Hell, I'd even take, hey Mum, I got knocked up at this point. At least that would get you to settle down. Mother. Gidget's mum raises her hand in a sarcastic defense. So sort of woman for wanting grandchildren. Of course you're one of those people. You want grandchildren, go have more kids. You're not having this conversation right now. Not like you're doing anything else with your life. I mean, at least you don't look like Dennis the Menace anymore. But I really don't know what you're expecting with this whole modeling career of yours. Maybe try losing 20 pounds. Yeah, fuck you. I am defending Gidget. Even after the horrible shit she's done to me. But we're not going to talk about that right now. Though normally not one to force my way into a conversation I'm not part of, something inside me snaps. Gidget's doing really well, you know. She's learning a lot, getting her name out there, putting a network, you know. See Gidget's gaze flick towards mine. Face a mixture of gratitude and embarrassment. And you should have seen the website she made. Looks great. His mum just rolls her eyes. I'm sure it's fascinating. How many clients have you found so far? Gidget scowls, but this time doesn't say anything. Gaze falling. Gidget brought that new view of hers over last weekend, you know. Seems pretty serious this time. Silence. I shuffle my feet. At least we still have her to rely on. Didn't mean to skip past you, even though I really don't want to hear the bullshit spewing from your mouth. Don't have to be completely ashamed when our friends ask us about you two. Let's push Gidget over the limit, because she lets a Fleming groan, fist clenching. Gertie this and Gertie that. Sorry, I'll never be good as your perfect little angel. Don't know why I came home anymore. I was twisting on her heels and starting for the door. Come on, Iggy. Look back and forth between Gidget and her mother and Jack stupor. Mother simply gives a little shrug and goes back to washing her soap. Bye. I say not at all awkwardly, but I was scuttling off after Gidget. I reach her just as she shuts the front door. I give a flustered yelp as it flies back in my face. Drive back to my apartment, silent. I sit in the passenger seat, playing with my hands and staring out the windows. Gidget keeps her gaze locked straight ahead, fingers tight around the wheel. Fortunately, it's not far. We use a small parking lot of my apartment complex. In about 5 minutes, Gidget pulls the car into one of the free spots. She turns off the ignition, sits back in the seat. Silence returns, even more palpable than before, without the sound of the engine to mask it. Just a few wayward glances in her direction before I work up the courage to say something. I'm sorry about that. I cringe. She's just... Gidget lets out a Fleming groan that's half roar, half wail. Brings her hands to her head and clutches at her hair. Makes me so mad. Things she says. Gets her to right. Hands her fist back down the wheel, hitting the horn in the process of making me jump. Watch her nervously. Plunge forward, bring her hand to her forehead. See her shoulders trembling. I'm trying so hard, says softly. So softly I can almost hear her, or can't hear her. Glance down at my lap. Hands on my arm is still standing up. Big whole stone feels like it settled down in the deeper recesses of my bowels. Heavy weight dampening my spirits. Bring a hand up. Reach towards her. Pull back. Wince. Finally rested slowly on her shoulder. Not the first time I've seen Gidget upset. Not the first time I tried to comfort her. But it is the first time since things had changed between us. My brows furrow. It's okay. We know you are. I know you are. Give her a shoulder, what I hope is a comforting squeeze. Wipes at the tear dribbling its way slowly down her cheek. Looks up at me. Sometimes I just feel like nothing I do is good enough. Bite down on my lip. And confused. Confused? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just... Sorry, it's stupid. Eyes are welling up again. Don't know what I want. Don't know what I want to do. Sometimes I don't even know who I am anymore. What do you mean? Something about this admission that stops me. What do you mean? Scratch a tickle of anxiety plaguing the underside of my cheek. Just straight ahead of the wheel. Sniffs. I don't know. I pause. Look in the mirror and I hate what I see. Stare at her in silence. But, like, she raises her hands in a gesture of confusion. Everyone else say, they seem to like me better. First I loved it. I loved the attention. I loved people loving me, paying attention to me. No more snide comments from my mum about putting me on what not to wear. No more offhand suggestions from my grandma about how my eyes would look so pretty with some mascara. Getting compliments about how pretty I look. Not getting made fun of anymore. She rubs her arm with a cringe. Inside, I gaze forward and I see her clench her eyes shut. I don't know. I just don't know. I think I might know. It's coupled with what we saw with a past Gidget and some of those comments. I get the feeling she doesn't want to be a she, potentially. Which is perfectly fine and valid, so I find myself at a loss for words. So rather than say anything, pull her in against my side, resting my head against hers, and we just sit there. She rest against her hair, her shoulders trembling ever so slightly. See her playing with her fingers atop her thighs, pushing first one finger back, then the next, and switching hands are repeating the process anew. You hear that? I finally say, feeling crackling in the back of my throat. I'll always be there for you, right? No matter what you do. Sniff. Feel her twitch. Suddenly, body goes strangely tense. Pull away. What's wrong? Has gone red. I can see her lips trembling. Swallows. Then, in the next instant... Well, I wasn't expecting this to happen so quickly. As long as you're not going to kill me this time. Leans in towards me and brings her lips against mine. I freeze. Not sure I even register what's happening at first. I knew that Gidget is there. I can't breathe and fucking my heart doesn't quickly go into overdrive, as I hyper-focus on the soft feeling of her lips. It doesn't last more than a few seconds. She quickly pulls away. Brings her hand to her cheek in what looks like a sheer panic. Face a brilliant shade of crimson. Fuck, she says, and fuck, God, I didn't mean to, fuck. I start slapping her palms against my forehead. I feel my own body unclench, muscles untwisting as I sink against the back seat of the car seat. I just stare at her, eyes wide and blinking. I must look like a deer in headlights. Can't even form words. What are words? Concept of speech has been lost on me. I'm sorry. Oh my God. Probably could have curled in on herself, gaze fixated on her lap. I must sit there like that for a solid 60 seconds, neither of us making a sound before I finally shifted my seat. I say idiotically, scratch at my cheek. Probably about as red as Gidget by this point. I'm sorry. I don't really know what to say. Never really thought about. I wipe at my mouth. Kid starts to panic at this. Brings her hands up in a hurried defense. Nervous grin tugging at her lips. It's okay. I just pushed it on you without thinking. I don't expect a response right away or anything. But despite her words, I can see the disappointment on her face. Hear it in the way her voice catches. She's been hoping I'd react differently. It shames me. Bring up a shaky hand to my forehead. I let her down. I always let people down. Yeah, I need some time to think. Of course. Sorry. Don't apologize. It's me. I should have... But she doesn't finish. More silence. Need to get out of here. Already I can feel the walls of the car starting to undulate around me. I see. Okay, I'll call you later, okay? Okay. Pop open the door of the passenger seat and swing a leg out. Have a nice night. I grimace, but I pull myself up and out of the car all the same. Run a hand through my hair. Swing the door shut. What the actual fuck is wrong with me? Who says that? Too awkward to live. Watch her pull out of the spot and give a somewhat half-assed half-hearted wave as she drives away, wanders towards my apartment building. Everything seems razor-focused, yet hazy at the same time, and a cold sweat has broken out across the back of my neck. It takes me 3 times to get my keys into the lock of my door. My fingers are shaking so bad. Once inside, I shut the door behind me, fall back against it, let myself slide to the floor. I close my eyes. My whole body is trembling now. I curl my arms around my legs and bury my face into my knees. Fuck. Nothing I do helps me settle down after that. Into the afternoon, to the evening. I stay fixated. Hyper-fixated. What happened in the car? On the closeness. On her lips against mine. That lingering disappointment tugging at her lips. She looked at me afterwards. Don't get any work done. Can't. Head is too jumbled. Try sitting down at my desk, but end up just staring at the blank monitor for a good 15 minutes before I realize I haven't turned on the computer. No, not going to be able to focus at all. So I lay down on the couch, just staring up at the ceiling. Perfectly still, despite the jumping jacks my intestines are doing inside my gut. Once the sun starts to set, painting the far wall in a glorious fiery red, I decided to take a bath. Yes, it would be nice, wouldn't it? I steamed the thoughts out of me. I let the tub feel as I scrounge around in the kitchen, desperately hoping I've got some alcoholic dregs somewhere. Near an empty bottle of rum in the back of the fridge, with about an ounce left colouring at the bottom. Good enough. I grab it and head back into the bathroom. Water feels amazing. It's been forever since I've taken a bath. Not really sure why. Guess I just don't ever think about it. Maybe I should change that. Might do some good for the ever-growing pressure on my spine. The steam marbles in the air above the water, curling, twisting, floating out towards the ceiling where it gathers in smoky clumps. Sink down to my chin, watch the water ripple past my pasty knees. What does she even see in me anyway? What pops in my head without warning? A frown. It's true though. 'Cause she is beautiful and sweet and optimistic. And I'm none of these things, that's for sure. Basically a living cadaver. Nothing but colour-drained skin and bones. Hell, I can't even take care of myself. Can't imagine being somehow responsible for another person's well-being in addition to my own. I rarely even leave the house, just plunking away on my keyboard while Gidget's out there chasing a dream. Her dream. Now the frown. Don't know what I want. Don't know what I want to be. Sometimes I don't even know who I am anymore. Scratching the mole on my thigh, and reach for the rum, drawing frustratingly a few drops from the still cold bottle. Then, of course, there's that. If I don't reciprocate, if I did agree to be with her, then we'd have to. Glanced out at my splayed legs, the faint outline of my dick laying innocently amongst the white tufts of hair. Jet my gaze away. Bring my palm to my forehead. Even thinking about it is sending up comfortable snips and snaps across my arms and legs. Shouldn't be like that, though, should it? Should be thrilled, shouldn't I? To have a beautiful girl like Gidget, like me, like that? To want me like that? Sinking further into the water, up to my nose, almost as I wanted to disappear. Not like I never taken care of myself before. Sometimes it likes to stand up on its own. It feels good. Nice release. But I don't think about anyone when I do it. Certainly not Gidget, not even celebrities and models. Sometimes I'll think about others doing it with each other. 2 characters I like that I think go well together, for instance. I'm not involved. Wouldn't want to be involved. can feel myself start to heat up. It's not from the bath. My hands up to my eyes, pressing down into the sockets with my palms. Wish there'd be more rum left in the bottle. I can barely feel it. All I want right now is to shut everything out, turn everything off. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with not wanting to have sex. It's completely valid. Hands are trembling against my skin. I'm scared. So fucking scared. Take a deep breath and attempt to calm myself down. Need to think about something else. Anything else. The good old days, yeah. Always hanging out. Best buds. Just laughing and having fun. None of these complications. Everything still made sense. Yeah. And my eyes closed, blowing bubbles out through my nose that dance on the water's surface. Gonna die, Iggy. Brow twitches. Think I don't know that? Hot. It had been hot that day. I still remember the sight of the heat warping above the asphalt. Sound of other kids laughing and shouting on the playground. Oh, talking about a game, not actually. Okay, had me worried for a second I was going to be a very depressing flashback memory. Both of us are in the shade, huddled around the cars on the ground. They were performing some kind of magic seance. Bite down my lip in frustration, gaze flickering back and forth between the cards in my hand and the cards on the blacktop. Don't you have anything to play? You ain't got shit. That's 5 for 5. Bow before the undefeated champion. Gidget raises his arm in the air, hands curled into fists. Reached the plateau, but not yet a hero, he starts cackling. Are you ready to meet and defeat the elite? This just doesn't make my brows furrow further. No matter how I tried to calculate out the various possibilities, none of them see me coming back from this. I'm so pissed. How the fuck is Genzo able to win every time? Tap my hand down on the ground. Gidget takes the opportunity to look through it. Yeah, think you're done for. The other side of the circle, Wholesome wrings his hands. Genzo wins again, he smiles. Damn straight I did. Not that it was really any contest. Gidget licks the pad of his thumb, then slicks his hair back. This deck is a miracle of silence. Carefully engineered to administer any unholy amount of whoop-ass on anyone who dares challenge it. Chill on the inside of my cheek, with an unamused pout. Been so optimistic this time. I rebuilt my deck from the ground up and everything. Get it past the top of my knee with a little smile. You can go buy some more packs after school. Yeah. Try all you want, foolish mortal, but nothing can take down the true master. Genzo laughs. Slaps Wholesom's hand away as he tries to touch one of the cards. Don't contaminate my cards with your nasty, greasy hands. Wholesome shrinks back, curling his arms around the asphalt-dusted knees. Don't have to be so mean about it. Gidget sticks her tongue out. It's fine, don't even care. Say with an apathetic huff. Besides, recess is almost over. Need to clean up anyway. I'll pick out my cards and gems and packing them away neatly in my little carry case. Come on, the bell's gonna ring. Gidget can't listen. Got his hands in the air, fingers curling up in and out menacingly. Damn, I'm in a good mood. Like strangling something. Laugh. Come here, Wholesome. Leave poor Wholesome alone. Pounces. Wholesome yelps. I ignore them. Turn instead towards Gidget. She stands up next to me. I go around to the bathroom. I'll go too. Push myself to my feet, dusting off my knees. Hear one of the teachers blow their whistle as we walk away, followed by shrill boys, directed at Genzo and Wholesome. Get around the corner, head towards the door leading back inside to the hallway with the bathrooms. Don't let it get to you, Iggy, Gidget says with a smile, giving my shoulder a pat. He's just being a brat, like usual. She rolls her eyes. Yeah, like I don't know, I laugh. It turns instantly cool once we're back inside. Wipe out the sweat on my forehead. Takes my eyes a moment to adjust. Then I head to the boys' bathroom. On the left, as Gidget takes the door to the right. Just about to disappear when I hear voices and stop. Aren't you using the wrong one? I snicker. Probably head back outside to see the two boys are accosting Gidget, their hands to their mouth and staffed with laughter. Yeah, you're not a girl. No one knows what you are. More laughter. Gidget through brows furrow, takes a menacing step towards them. Just shut up. I'm a girl. You sure about that? Yeah, let me see your pee-pee. You don't even own any dresses. Leave me alone, hear Gidget's voice crackle. Step back out into the hallway. Hey! Two boys yelp and scuttle backwards. Oh no, it's his boyfriend. Leave her alone or I'm calling the teacher. This sends them into another fit of laughter. Whatever, freak. But I do leave, still snickering as they dart towards the outside door. Watch them until they disappear, and turn back to Gidget. She's just staring at the ground, shoulders slumped. Just jerks, don't mind them. Yeah. But the earlier energy is gone from her voice. Don't know what to do. What to say. Run a hand through my hair. Voice trails off into silence. Scratch at my calves with the side of my foot. It's whatever. Come on, we need to hurry up or the bell's gonna ring. Gidget finally says, forcing a smile. Just before I can say anything else, disappearing into the girl's bathroom. I can only watch as the door slams shut behind her. Wander off to the other bathroom in silence. I dreamed that night. I'm in the woods and someone's calling me. I chase after the voice in the darkness, but every time I think I'm getting close, it comes from a different direction. Icky. Run faster, branches whipping at my face, the bruise underfoot threatening to send me stumbling into the dirt. Come find me, Iggy. I run and I run and I run. Run until the forest seems to open up in front of me. Oh, the cabin. Burst out into a clearing. My breath ragged, my heart beating in my chest. Where am I? Where is this? Then I see it. A small cabin. Looks so familiar somehow. Like I've seen it before. Once. Twice. Who knows how many times. Wait until my breath has started to slow before trudging towards it. It's almost like it's pulling me in. Closer and closer. Pace quickens with every step. I reach the door. It's deathly quiet. No wind, no birds, no insects chirping. I open it. It's not locked. So I peer inside. Small but cozy. It's probably not much more than a bed, table, and stove. Why does this all feel so... I step forward before I can stop myself. All the way inside the cabin, just looking around. It's warm and strangely comforting. You know something cooking atop the stove, filling the air with a delightfully sweet scent. What am I doing here? Look around, gaze jumping from the stove to the table to the bed. Something about the bed sends my insides into a twist. I shake my head to clear my thoughts jerking away. Looking instead towards the back of the cabin. That's when I notice it. A doll. Small button eyes stare blankly at the floor as it hangs from a doorknob. Doorknob? Bring up my gaze. Yes, there's a door. Another door. How had I not noticed it when I first walked in? I'm here, Iggy. That's right. It's where I need to go. She is waiting for me. I take a step towards the door. Another. For some reason my heart's thumping like crazy. Like it's about to beat straight out of my chest. My fingers. Fingers are trembling, shaking. I'm almost there. Reach out for the doorknob. Something scurries across the room behind me. I spin around. And I feel so dry. so dry I can't swallow. Can't even breathe. Then right next to my ear, a child's voice, so filled with pain and sorrow, and deeper in despair, it's as though I'll never be happy again. Please kill me, Iggy. Don't like the sounds of it, but wonder if that's maybe Sadie talking to us in our dreams. Either that or thinking maybe books. I don't know. Gasping to sit up. My room. I'm in my room this morning. The sun is filtering in through the blinds to paint chicken stripes across my exposed legs, peeking out from the mess of gnarled, sweaty sheets. God damn. Bring a hand to my forehead, constantly soaked in sweat. Try to remember what the dream was about. Already all I can latch on to are the scattered hazy images. The lingering feeling of dread. Let my upper half sag forward. I let my upper half sag forward and focus on the sound of the birds outside the window. Good old reality. Yesterday must have messed me up even more than I thought. Little groan, pushed myself out of bed and trudged to the bathroom to clean up. I spent most of the morning trying to work. I really need to. Getting nothing done yesterday, falling more and more behind. Every line of code seems to take me twice as long to finger. And the longer I stare at the screen, the more my mind starts to wander. I have to replay the moment in the car over and over. I'm feeling cold again. Fingers like ice as they scratch at my forehead. What do I do? When does she expect an answer? I know the etiquette around these types of things. I've been a complete asshole by not getting back to her right away. I still don't even know what I'm gonna say. How am I gonna respond? No matter what I say, things are never going to be the same between the two of us. For better or for worse. Rub my eyes, take the time on my phone. It's already pushing the latter half of the afternoon. All this overcome with the urge to not be alone. Which is honestly weird for me. But right now, thoughts are eating me alive. I need something to keep me from getting trapped in my own cycle of stomach-rolling angst. Maybe even someone I could talk to about all this. Someone who might actually be able to give me some advice. Work me through it. I'll open the contacts on my phone and scroll down to Genzo's name. If there's anyone who can help, it'd be Genzo. He always seems to have an answer for everything. Picks up on the second ring. Holy hell, who is this? Some kind of demonic being come to convert my soul? Begone! Power of Christ compels you and all that shit. Very funny. Gives a snickers into the receiver. Hey, I'm just saying, do you remember the last time you called me? So you're either on your deathbed, about to croak your last breath, or you're possessed. And I'm not about to let some nasty-ass demon claim ownership over my dick. Oh, sure, if you're desperate enough. I don't respond. What do I say? It feels as tight as a vice. Guess it must notice my silence. Wait, what's wrong? Don't tell me you're actually dying. No, I just find my mouth turn my gaze towards the far wall. Do you want to go out, get drinks or something? I go silent. Dead silent. I regret my words immediately. I must have said something wrong. Don't know what I'm doing here. There's no way to tell a friend that you need to talk. I feel myself start to sweat. Sorry, did that come out weird? Just wondered if you want to hang out, because I feel like I really need to talk to someone all of a sudden, but I know you're probably busy, so it's okay. In fact, just forget I asked. More silence. And finally, a laugh. No, it's fine. You're fine, Eggs. Sure, I'd be down. When would I ever turn down my bestest pal in the universal drinks, eh? What about that place on Sherman? It's my usual spot. Easy for me to get home from when I'm 3 sheets to the wind. Sure, I think I know where that is. Not that I've been. No, you wouldn't have, would you? You're so silent. Line goes silent again. Wait for him to continue. He coughs. Anyway, be there in an hour? Sure. Despite the awkward phone call, drinks turn out to be a good idea. Great even. Place is cozy and dark, and we get ourselves a small table towards the back. Genzo ordering 1 beer, 2 beers, 3. Well, pour something a little bit stronger. God, can Genzo make me laugh though? I've forgotten this. Forgotten us. Amongst hers, he relays the harrowing tale of his entire tool shelf falling from the wall, right as the family of 5 was there to pick up a new cleary gecko for their kid's 13th birthday. Then we were living moments from school. Junior year chemistry, where the 2 of us sat back in the room and goofed off the whole time. To the time we went camping in my folks' backyard, and Olm had gotten so scared a murderer was going to come and get us that he wouldn't stop crying. Then he calmed down after we zipped our sleeping bags together, with him in the middle like an almost sandwich. Even all the way back to when we'd gone exploring to the big sewer pipes behind Genzo's house. Gidget had found a weird blue glass ball that the 5 of us had dubbed the Orb, and kept it in a box in Genzo's parents' garage. This one, though, my thoughts flicked back to Gidget. Right. That's why I'm even here, isn't it? Gidget. I can already feel the curling tendrils of anxiety begin to take hold in the lower regions of my belly again. Hey, I'm gonna go have a smoke. Be back in a jiffy. His voice snaps me back from my thoughts, and my head jerks upwards. Oh, right, yeah. Watch as he slides out of the booth, cane flicking left and right as he cruises towards the far door. Bring a hand to my face, stare down at my half-empty drink. I'm pretty drunk. Feel it in the heat overtaking my stomach and chest. The way my gaze struggles to stay focused on any one thing. The way it mixes with the anxiety building in my stomach like a Molotov cocktail. Without Genzo's voice there to ward it off, everything is starting to come back, rising up faster than I can stop it and sending cold chills across the back of my neck. Need to tell him. Need to tell him now, or else I'll never get it out. Or at least that's what my brain is telling me. And so, despite the numbness in my fingers and the tremble in my legs, I push myself to my feet and start towards the door. Genzo is sitting on a little bench around the corner of the building when I step outside. Looks incredibly small somehow, in the darkness, cigarette smoke marbling above his head. When did it get so dark? Is it really night already? I stumble towards him. Genzo, voice crackles with phlegm like some kind of newly arisen zombie. I see Genzo's body jerk backwards. His head spins towards me with a snap, cigarette practically flying from his lips. Holy fuck. The hell are you doing, Iggs? Gonna give me a heart attack. He chuckles, but is higher pitched than his usual golfed. Nervous. Scratching my calf with the side of my foot. See he's staring in my direction. Already my voice is failing me. Walk over to him, instead, sitting down hard on the bench beside him. Everything alright? Maybe you've had one too many in there. Another chuckle. Blows out a plume of smoke, and the gesture gathers in my nasal cavity, Child and Bert. Can I tell you something? He goes quiet. I swear I can hear him swallow. I mean, sure, of course. You tell me anything, eh? Lick my lips, rub a spot on my pants. Finally, Gidget kissed me. Silence. He'll shift on the bench. That's great, huh? Mr. Heartbreak over here, making the girl swoon. Am I right or am I right? He elbows me in the ribs with a laugh, but there's a strange tremble in his voice. Till you finally unite him then. Always knew it was going to happen. Made for each other and all that, you know. Just please tell me let me be the best man for the wedding. I'll throw the most bodacious bachelor party for you. I wouldn't doubt it. Fingers curl tighter and tighter around my knees as he talks. Knows, I don't know what I should do. I haven't given her any kind of answer yet. Genzo sits back. I practically see him blinking at me beneath his sunglasses. What, you don't like her? I smirk. No, I haven't seen her since junior high, but I'm sure she's as much a babe now as she was then. Crossing a cigarette between his lips. I bring a hand to my forehead. She is gorgeous, yes. Fuck. And, I do like her. At the same time, I'm scared. I'm so fucking scared. That's what alcohol is for, buddy. No, it really isn't. Genzo gives a shoulder reassuring shake. Nice dinner, bottle of wine, and bingo bango. Sweet Chris shall handle the rest. Even someone as socially inept as you can't screw that part up. It's starting to shake now, fingers trembling. Clutch at them in an attempt to calm them down. That's just it, Why is this so difficult to say? I don't want to do that. Oh, you're one of those types. Want it to be special, is that right? That's fine too. You can plan a whole evening. Make it romantic. Really lay it on thick. If I know Gidget, she'll eat it right up. Girls always had a soft spot for the idyllic. Show her what a chivalrous debonair you are. Then it doesn't matter how bad you perform. Get what I mean? Noise and laughter taps the ash off his cigarette. No, I clench my hands in my hair, cheeks burning. I don't want to have sex. Last words seem to echo in the night air, pulsing on and off. Again and again. My fucking heart, go into overdrive. Feel it in my arms, my legs, my head, my eyes. Somehow, in that one blended phrase, finally managed to verbalize the confusion and fear that had been strangling me for I don't even know how long. It surprises even me. That's what it's been all this time. So simple, and yet so fucking terrifying at the same time. Sit there, holding my breath, waiting for Genzo to say something. Feels like forever. Silence just weighing down on my shoulders. Finally, voice crack, softly. At all? I shake my head, thoughts so jumbled that I forget for a moment that he can't see me, then follow it up with, I don't think so. Unless I snarl a half grunt, I see his gaze turn upwards, almost as though he's looking at the sky. Huh, he says after a moment. I start to burn, feel hot tears well up on the corners. There's something wrong with me, isn't there? 'Cause she'll never want to be with me when she knows. She'll hate me. Hey, don't say that. Now apparently the floodgates have been opened because the tears are streaming down my cheeks. I will never be able to make her happy. Never be able to make anyone happy. No one would ever want to be with someone like me. When he crumbles in on herself, let myself fall onto Genzo's shoulder. I want to give Iggy a hug too. Yeah, I can't imagine what it feels like to not want to do stuff like that, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. As Genzo said in a couple arcs back, there's nothing wrong with Iggy, and not broken at all. And it's perfectly fine and valid to not want it either. Genzo's body goes rigid against mine. I hear his breath hitch. Doesn't do anything at first. Then, ever so gently, puts his arm around my back, fingers curling against my waist. Gives me a reassuring squeeze. Don't say that, he says so softly. Almost don't hear it. He presses his cheeks into the top of my head. That comforting warmth. I feel my chest start to unclench itself ever so slightly. A sniff. What do I do? Gets so sighs. Takes him a long time to respond. See his knee bouncing. Eyes go with his cigarette trembling. Tell her the truth. Tell her how you feel. Explain it to her. His words are slow, careful. Then, the ball is in her court. She's the only one who can decide if she's willing to. Winces. Sorry, that's a poor choice of words. I don't want to make it sound like it doesn't finish. It doesn't need to, though. Know what you've been about to say. You need to be willing to put up with me. Willing to make the sacrifice. Willing to be with someone like me. The thought shakes me. My heart drops somewhere down near my shoes. Because I must feel my slump deepen. Because he gives me another squeeze. Pulls me in tight against his side. Hey, sorry. Don't... Just forget what I even started to say, okay? I'm really fucking bad at this. Just say the first fucking words that pop into this old noggin. But like, I never thought about or like been in a situation before. I was struggling to figure out how to say things. But that's on me, not you. Seeing bite down at his lip. Look, she loves you for the way you are, and she's the one for you. That's just straight facts, so... Voice cracks. Just be open with her. That's all you can do in the end. Yeah. Well at it, Iggs. Don't you ever fucking say nobody ever want to be with someone like you ever again. You hear me? Because that's grade A bullshit. A fly guy like you don't need sex to bring all the ladies to the yard. Gidget's not the one. You'll have a whole fucking conga line to dance the no-cock rock with you. Just get that thought out of your mind before I have to slap it out myself. I chuckle in spite of myself. Comes out as sort of a filmy hiccup. Okay. Oof, tough questions. What should be with someone like me? Well, you already know the answer to that. You think there's others like me? Which there definitely are. Do you think there are others out there like me? Go quiet for a moment, thinking. And then, do you think there's others like me? Others that feel the same way? Fukuzo tilted his head. Sure there are. I mean, there must be, right? You can find pretty much anything out there nowadays. Just gotta find your people. Laugh. Probably not in Landbrook, I mean. Can't even find a good steak in this city. I feel you on that one. In a small town, there's jack shit to find. Considered against the grain here for just disagreeing about the weather. I'm sure if you poked around the recesses of the internet, you'll find people. Others you can lament with about your mutual aversion to the old in and out. I mean, that's one way to describe it, I guess. Yeah. Rest quiet. Two of us just sitting there on the little bench outside God's pub on Sherman Avenue. A sniff. Never told anyone any of this before. Gidget just laughed. Yeah, didn't figure. A pause. Cigarette has already burned clear down to the filter. Then he pushes his face into the top of my head. I'm glad you told me, though. Gotta stop. You guys are gonna make me cry. You guys are too fucking cute together. Okay. I walk into home once we finish our drinks. The street is strangely silent. Not a single car driving by. Voices of sounds from the surrounding houses. We reach the little path leading up to his apartment complex. Don't see any lights on. Weird. Street light nearest us flickering on, off, on, off. Tiny buzz that makes the hair on my arm stand up. Both just stand there in the middle of the sidewalk. Neither of us moving to leave. Gidget calls into his hand. The idea feels kind of nice somehow, but I keep walking for a bit. Well, for once, yeah, we're gonna go straight from here to the tree, I guess. 'Cause yeah, it is the night for that. But yeah, usually we're doing this alone. Then we just meet up with Genzo in the forest. Yeah, me too. So we continue on, away from the apartment complex, simply ambling along in silence. Neither one of us wanting to admit that something is pulling us. Something is keeping our feet in motion. From one street to the next, we walk, head towards the development to the north, towards where my folks used to live, just south of the outcropping of woods that somehow hasn't been built over, even after all these years. Palm is starting to tingle, pinprick like scratching, jumps from one nerve ending to the next, makes my fingers twitch. But rather than uncomfortable, it feels welcoming. Like I'm back on a path well travelled. It was definitely well travelled, alright. And definitely with a lot of blood and intestines and other horrible shit along with it. Gidget comes to a stop. Once I glance over, see why. Feeling a gap between the houses. Empty lot with its grass tufts and dandelions. That looming shadow of the woods beyond. We're there, aren't we? Gidget asks. We are. You browse furrow. Look, I'm gonna assume you felt the same thing I did. Otherwise, why the hell would you walk all the way out here with me? Yeah. Perfect. No need to talk about it then. I can pretend I'm at least somewhat sane for a little while longer. Clasp his hand together, then starts off across the grassy tract. I expend the energy for a short jog to catch up, then fall into the step beside him. We reach the tread threshold just as a gust of wind curls up and under my shirt, sending goosebumps across my back. At this point, I'm about 99.9% certain we've done this before. Consider thumping his cane against the nearest tree, as though testing whether it's real. Can't argue with him. Despite knowing I never stood in this spot, never stood here with him pondering what we're both about to do. Feel as though I've done this hundreds of times. Whenever I try to latch onto that feeling, though, it slips through my fingers like sand. Trying to picture what happens next is even more futile. Trying to remember a dream once you opened your eyes. Glance back at the lot and the sidewalk, the street light in the distance, the neighbouring houses with their darkened windows. I return my gaze to the shadow between the trees, letting wisp of wind curling around my ankles and tousling the leaves underfoot. I guess we go then. To there? No expense paid trip to purgatory. At this point, what's the difference? Yes, I was about to say this. Not really much of a difference to down there. Touché. Steady my breath, turning to count the accelerating tremolo in my heart. Then step forward. The air instantly cools. It's a damp chill. It kinda sticks to your skin and weighs down on your chest. Press forward through the scattered brush, using my hands to keep from walking face first into a tree. I can hear Gidget's cane whipping through the grass and snapping against bark behind me. It's eerie the way my body remembers which direction to go, even after this long, even in this pitch black nothingness. Though perhaps it's not memory at all. Memory wouldn't tug at my arm. Memory wouldn't tweak the direction of my toes with every step, leading me further and further into the spongy blackness, where all I can hear is my own heartbeat echoing off my ribcage. Reach forward, seeking out the bark of the next tree, This time, my fingers touch their jagged edges, sends a spark all the way up my arm, into the back of my throat. I stop. Gidget came laps against my ankles, and he stops too. We're here. Yeah. Answer before I even have a chance to check, because I know, how could I not? Biggest tree in the forest is based like a giant boulder, choked with winding roots. Let my fingers trace across its surface as I circle around, careful not to trip on the gnarled outgrowths. Halfway around my hand hits air, coming to a halt. The only edges are there. Under the gap in the side, hollow echo of stagnant air. Far scent of something sweet. It's open. Take a step back and hear Genzo approach. Unsurprising, all things considered. There's a point. When open, none of what we experienced would make a lick of sense. Thoughts jumped to Gidget. She's here, isn't she? Go everything else. Don't know how I know, I just know. She's down there. Waiting. Waiting for me. Waiting for my response. Thought makes my mouth go dry. I need to tell her. But how will she react? Will I end up losing one of my best friends? You still there, Iggs? Head snaps up at Genso's voice. Us, quiet as a ghost over there. Thought maybe you went bottoms up. Well, me, we're about to. Oh, I was just thinking. Genso goes quiet, but I can hear him shifting in the darkness. Everyone else is already down there, aren't they? He finally says softly. Yeah. Just us two losers left. Damn, it's almost picturesque in a way. Move forward towards the hole, popping a squat amongst the weeds. There's that scent again, soft, sweet, like a tempting aroma of candy, curls up inside my nostrils. Grab the rounded edges and peek inside, lean forward on my toes. At least you have plenty of time to talk to Gidget, eh? Jam my head up at this, tor already playing on my tongue. Only to whack my forehead on the top of the edge of the hole, probably lose my balance. Land with a bruise-inducing thud on my shins. And then the last thing I hear as I begin to sway forward and Genzo's half to me is, see you on the other side. Before toppling straight into the hole. Darkness swallows me. I'm falling. Wind moves my shirt, summoning water into my eyes. Something feels like it's been sucked up straight into my bowels. On and on and on and on. Complete nothingness surrounds me, consuming me. But there's a strange sense of familiarity to the darkness too. Almost like an old friend is welcoming me back. Iggy. My voice again. Again? Yes, again. It's been waiting for me. What do you want, Iggy? What do I want? What kind of question is that? What do you wish for more than anything else in the whole world? I don't know. Think about Gidget, Genso, about the tangled mess of feelings plaguing my thoughts. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm being pulled. First one way, then next. Like a puppet suspended in the air. Grope at the darkness trying to find something to hold on to. But there's nothing there. Nothing inside me. Nothing to hold me down. I don't know. Don't know what I want. Pulling feeling begins to recede. I'm on a single path again. My fingers are starting to tingle. First tiny nibbles of numbness, building into incessant shouts of electricity. Up, up, up my arms go. Growing and growing into my chest, into my stomach, shooting down into my legs. And loud, so loud I can't hear, can't think. Just when I think I can't take it anymore, My mind goes blank.